An old man applies for a job as a woodcutter, but the boss is skeptical. "You don't look strong enough to handle the big trees," the boss says. The old man confidently replies, "I can cut down any tree with a single swing." To prove it, he steps outside, takes his axe to a 5-foot tree, and with one swing, it crashes down. Then he does the same with a 10-foot tree, a 30-foot tree, and finally an 80-foot redwood. Each tree falls with a single strike. Amazed, the boss asked, "Where did you learn to cut like that?" The old man replies, "In the Sahara forest." The boss looks confused. "Don't you mean the Sahara Desert?" The old man nods and says, "Well, that's what they call it now." A woman asks her husband at breakfast time, "Would you like some bacon and eggs, a slice of toast, and maybe some grapefruit juice and coffee?" He declines. "Thanks for asking, but I'm not hungry right now." "It's this Viagra," he says. "It's really taken the edge off my appetite." At lunchtime, she asked him if he would like something. "How about a bowl of soup, homemade muffins, or a cheese sandwich?" He declines. "The Viagra," he says, "has really spoiled my need for food." Come dinner time, she asks if he wants anything to eat. "Would you like a juicy ribeye steak and some scrumptious apple pie? Or maybe a rotisserie chicken or tasty stir-fry?" He declines again. "No," he says, "it's got to be the Viagra. I'm still not hungry." "Well," she says, "would you mind getting off me? I'm bloody starving." A guy asked a girl in a library, "Do you mind if I sit beside you?" The girl answered with a loud voice, "I don't want to spend the night with you." All the students in the library started staring at the guy, and he was embarrassed. After a couple of minutes, the girl walked quietly to the guy's table, and she told him, "I study psychology, and I know what a man is thinking. I guess you felt embarrassed, right?" The guy responded with a loud voice, $200 just for one night? That's too much." And all the people in the library looked at the girl in shock, and the guy whispered in her ears, "I study law, and I know how to make someone feel guilty." A teacher is teaching a class, and she sees that Johnny isn't paying attention, so she asks him, "If there are 3 ducks sitting on a fence and you shoot one, how many are left?" Johnny says, "None." The teacher asks, "Why?" Johnny says, "Because the shot scared them all off." The teacher says, "No, 2, but I like how you're thinking." Johnny asks the teacher, "If you see 3 women walking out of an ice cream parlor, one is licking her ice cream, one is sucking her ice cream, and one is biting her ice cream, which one is married?" The teacher says, "The one sucking her ice cream." Johnny says, "No, the one with the wedding ring, but I like how you're thinking." The other night, I was invited out for a night with the girls. I told my husband that I would be home by midnight. I promise. Well, the hours passed and the margaritas went down way too easily. Around 3 a.m., a bit loaded, I headed for home. Just as I got in the door, the cuckoo clock in the hallway started up and cuckooed 3 times. Quickly realizing my husband would probably wake up, I cuckooed another 9 times. I was really proud of myself for coming up with such a quick-witted solution in order to escape a possible conflict with him. Even when totally smashed, 3 cuckoos plus 9 cuckoos totals 12 cuckoos equals midnight. The next morning, my husband asked me what time I got in. I told him midnight. He didn't seem pissed off in the least. Whew, I got away with that one. Then he said, "We need a new cuckoo clock." When I asked him why, he said, "Well, last night our clock cuckooed 3 times, then said, 'Oh shit,' cuckooed 4 more times, cleared its throat, cuckooed another 3 times, giggled, cuckooed twice more, and then tripped over the coffee table and farted." A medieval astrologer prophesied to a king that his favorite mistress will die soon. And his words came to life. The woman died a short time later. The king was outraged at the astrologer, certain that his prophecy had brought the woman's death.
He summoned the astrologer and gave him this command: "Prophet, tell me when you will die." The astrologer realized that the king was planning to kill him immediately, no matter what answer he gave. So he said, finally, "I don't know when I will die. I only know that if I die, you will die 3 days later."
A young man walks into a pharmacy to buy a personal item. The pharmacist says, "They come in packs of 3, 9, and 12. Which one would you like?" "Well," the young man says, "I've been seeing this girl for a while, and I think tonight is the big night. We're having dinner with her parents, and then we will go out afterwards." He pauses and adds, "And once things get serious, I'll probably need more, so I'll take the 12-pack. That evening, he is sitting at a dinner with his girlfriend and her parents. Before the meal, he asks if he can say a prayer. He starts praying, and keeps praying, and praying. His girlfriend leans over and whispers. He whispers back, "I never knew your father worked at the pharmacy." A blonde city girl named Amy marries a Colorado rancher. One morning, on his way out to check on the cows, the rancher says to Amy, "The insemination man is coming over to impregnate one of our cows, so I drove a nail into the 2x4 just above where the cow's stall is in the barn. Please show him where the cow is when he gets here, okay?" The rancher leaves for the fields. After a while, the artificial insemination man arrives and knocks on the front door. "I came to inseminate the cow," he said. Amy takes him down to the barn. They walk along the row of cows, and when Amy sees the nail, she tells him, "This is the one right here." The man, assuming he is dealing with an airhead blonde, asks, "Tell me, lady, because I'm dying to know, how would you know that this is the right cow to be bred?" "That's simple," she said. "By the male that's over its stall," she explains very confidently. Laughing rudely at her, the man says, "And what, pray tell, is the nail for?" The blonde turns to walk away and says sweetly over her shoulder, "I guess it's to hang your pants on," she replied. An old man was walking in the forest when he heard by his feet a very weak voice. He bent down to look and saw that the voice came from a little frog. "I'm a beautiful, erotic, and sensual princess, skilled in all the carnal pleasures of love. An evil queen, envious of my charms, turned me into a frog. But if you kiss me, I will once again be a fair maiden, and I will provide you with all the joys and delights of my voluptuous temperament and my ardent lust." The old man picked up the little frog and put her into his pocket. Bewildered, the frog looked out and asked, "What, you're not going to kiss me?" "Nope," replied the old man. "At my age, it's more fun to have a talking frog than a maniac."